Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to the COE x Yuki Aim 1v1 tournament here at COE 2024. It's the quarterfinals at the moment. We've got the players now, they've had a go now on stage. Hopefully they're prepped, ready to go. I'm Doomsday, I'm glad to be back on cast, and joining me today is the one and only Mr. Nerdiness. How's it going, man? How's it going?
Man, no words can describe how excited I am to be on this stage with you. Poet, like, seeing you, like, play, like, a long time ago when I was, like, basically an infant starting the game. Like, I didn't even have an Osu account yet, and you were still popping up my YouTube recommended me. But now being, like, on the same stage as you, it's more than a privilege. It's a memory I will forever hold dear to my heart. But sentimental stuff aside, we have a match to commentate, and boy, it's going to be a close one.
Yeah, it is going to be a close one, this. The two players we have today right now are so well-rounded, and they've had very tough opponents in the first round, but they've got through it with flying colours. Both very strong tournament players, and both had such good scores this year. They are ready to go. They are in the back, prepped for this quarterfinal. So, first of all, Nerdiness, you want to bring in our first contestant?
Yep. On the team red color, the number 2 seed of the tournament, you know him well. It's the man himself, Bubbleman!
Bubbleman, number 2 seed, very strong showing against Nope KJK. He's here in the quarterfinals, in it to win it, but his opponent is also in it to win it. Hailing from Germany on the blue side, it is none other than ZeitFrost. Come out here, buddy.
We can already see some of the camaraderie for the Germans over there.
Yeah, the contingent is out in force, man. So many strong German players in this tournament, like the dominant nation in terms of the top 16 here. You can see why, but ZeitFrost, very strong player who's come up so well in the last couple of years, and it's become a mainstay for the Germany OWC team. Great to see him here, taking down his fellow countryman in Tim Kakner, Akarinya, in quite a strong fashion as well last round.
5-1 scoreline against Tim Kakner is honestly like, the 5-1 scoreline does not do justice how close that match actually was, but ZeitFrost coming out on top, looking strong, looking confident on all the maps that he was playing. Yeah, but now he's facing quite a different test in this quarterfinal.
Yes, yeah, Bubbleman has been around the block. At this point, he's a fairly seasoned LAN player when it comes to OC tournaments. It's not a common thing still, but Bubbleman has shown to be very adaptable when it comes to the LAN setup, and I think that is one of the big things when it comes to playing at LANs, is how quickly you can adjust to a different setup, because it's a game that's very sensitive to small changes. Bubbleman is very adaptable in that regard.
Yeah, that's true, and that's his consistency, his mental fortitude on everything in every single tournament he plays, the scores he sets. You can see it every single time. He's undoubtedly one of the most consistent tournament players of all time, as well as being one of the most well-rounded tournament players of all time. And let's not forget the longevity. Like, he was battling out with like Vaxay back in the day. Now he's going up against the Malashevskis, the MREX now. He's been doing it for several years, and he's still going this strong. It's incredible. And now, on the stage, looking to book a spot in the semifinals. I know he knows that he has what it takes, but now he's still got to earn it.
Yeah, he does have to earn it. And inside ZeitFrost, he's been on such good form. He's a very versatile player. He's had good strong scores on near enough everything. He's very versatile. The Bubbleman has won the role to kick things off, so it looks like I think he'll be the first one to protect in this one. And well, in the last round, he protected the Pretender, DT1. Oh, ZeitFrost kicking it off, and he's protecting No Mod 4, which is also the map that he protected last round.
The same attack against Tim Kakner in the previous match, which ended up using it to help clinch the match. Save that towards the end of the match, and let's see if the strategy's the same.
I think that might be a change in strat for Bubbleman, though. I think I heard he's protected. Is that hidden 2? It was hidden 2, Labo 1. So he's not protecting the Pretender this time, not the speedy pick. He's protecting that AR8 hidden. That's an interesting strat. I know he's quite solid on it no mod, but hidden's a different kettle of fish for that one.
Yeah, like reading, like the patterns are already difficult on its own. The linear jumps, the hexagons,
Yeah.
adding hidden onto the mix just makes it like virtually impossible for like most people to read. But if there's one person that can hit that, it's Bubbleman himself. You know him better than everyone else. You've seen him play. We've seen him all play.
Yeah, his low AR is very strong, but again, ZeitFrost can cover a lot of bases very solidly as well. I think he'll be competitive on that one. But Bubble is banking on that one. But it looks like the first ban, I think, for ZeitFrost there is going to be that No Mod 5, telegraphing the hidden to protect by banning out the other low AR pick in Let's Quartz.
Yeah, taking out Gimmick right away. Just first ban. Going back to the Bubbleman protecting hidden 2 this time, you would think that maybe it's because ZeitFrost put out such an amazing score on the DT1 in his previous match that he's might not be so sure in that pick, as good as he is at speed. Maybe just if ZeitFrost catches a massive combo on the Pretender, which is more than doable as he has shown.
Yeah. Actually, it is, yeah. So he played it last round, didn't he? And he had a solid run on that one. So probably not. There's better uses, I guess, of that protect. And Bubbleman's quite versatile. He can afford to mix and match depending on his opponent. Banning No Mod 3, it looks like there from a Bubbleman. So Source of Creation's gone. He had a good run on that against Nob KJK, I remember, but not trusting it against ZeitFrost here. Not trusting it against him at all. I think he had a very good run on the No Mod 3 as well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So they're using previous knowledge here, making good use of that one match, but they're already targeting their previous matches' performances here.
That's one thing about the map pool remaining stagnant in this tournament, because like we're used to map pools changing and getting more difficult as rounds progress, but now at the COE events, the map pool stays the same. You will acquire data on your opponents on their previous matches if you move on in the tournament, and so you can use that to your advantage when it comes to banning, picking, and counter picking against your opponent. And strategies can and will adapt on the fly, as these players have shown that are willing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's cool to see him as well, like just looking at the previous match and like planning ahead, even like this early on. Of course, as this tournament goes on, there's gonna be more and more of that as players get more data on how their opponents have done previous. Looks like the second ban to Angel Salad banned by ZeitFrost for another control map taken out of the pool against Bubble, followed up by that Hard Rock 3, which is another control map banned out by Bubble. Lots of the control maps getting banned out here by both of them.
And we're going to be starting out with a No Mod 1 pile of corpses.
Yep. No Mod 1 alert. Did you walk up slowly and just first pick No Mod 1? Because people are terrified of No Mod 1 these days. No one trusts No Mod 1. But brave by Bubbleman to go straight into it again, I think, early on.
Yeah, everyone's obsessed with speed now as the meta has adjusted. New players, bootings, just become the name of the game right now. But don't neglect the aim. It's still going to be in your tournament map pools unless you choose to ban it every single time.
If it comes to like comfortable aim players, because of Bubbleman's just base mechanics being so solid, he's one of the players that can go into a No Mod 1 early on and be fairly confident on it. This map is, for the star rating, quite low BPM, so the spacing is super wide. Screen jumps all over the shop, and Bubbleman is very strong when it comes to the wide spacing, low BPM style.
Aside from it, I was about to say, ZeitFrost finds the first drop after an early miss at the start of the map. Bubbleman still holding on to his FC with near 99.7 accuracy still.
Solid opening here for Bubbleman on these first jumps. Mechanics locked in already. A few misses from ZeitFrost, but the map's long enough to adjust, and the style doesn't really change much, so I think he's got time to get used to it.
Far from over, but doesn't mean he's out yet, as Bubbleman will find his first miss, but ZeitFrost immediately trades it afterwards as these jumps come in. Both players hit those nicely. They hit their second set of jumps as third set of jumps come in, but both hold on. But ZeitFrost does drop afterwards as Bubbleman continues to build onto his lead across 50k now, and will only continue to grow as his combo advantage and accuracy advantage continue to grow.
That was a solid play on those jumps from ZeitFrost, but Bubbleman is giving no quarter when it comes to this aim, man. He's recovered nicely again, still holding that 99.3, and the accuracy is so important in laser scoring. There's so much weight on that accuracy alone.
Keeping 99 on any of these maps is so difficult, but Bubbleman has shown that he can do that numerous times. It's not even like he's popping up. He's just making these performances consistent, which is the craziest part.
when it comes to just consistent aiming, because his mechanics are so solid that he's so consistent on these picks where even a lot of very good aim players may have some wobbles here and there. He's a very reliable player when it comes to this, and it's showing because he did well on this first time as well against KJK. He's doing it again here.
And given his history of how rock solid he is on everything, the sheer consistency, it might strike a little bit of fear in other people, but that just shows how much trust they need to have in their own strengths to maybe take a few matches off of Bubbleman, just how difficult it is to show his cracks. But there ain't any cracks showing here as Bubbleman's continuing across the 500k score mark. Few misses come in, but at this point it doesn't matter, I don't think.
Big screen jumps here though. I think the job is done though. Those two big combos and the accuracy doing so much work. ZeitFrost getting some nice hits on these big jumps though. But this ending is crazy. Bubbleman's hitting this entire section right now.
He's not stopping.
He's not stopping for no one, man.
Just going for style points as he closes out the map. 600k and climbing. Map nearing its end. 98.5 accuracy too. Just an incredible score from Bubbleman to kick off this match. He's going to take a 1-0 lead on his map pick. Getting off to a good start for him, but ZeitFrost does have the capability to counter pick. But 558k as well. That's very respectable. It's just if you're going up against, you're not upset losing to 600k on Nomad 1.
No, 550k is very solid for that. He hit quite a good chunk of that and did pretty well on that. But when it comes to Nomad 1, Bubble is one of the more consistent players in the tournament on that start, and that's a very good score from Bubbleman.
Only 8 misses on that too.
Yeah. No joke. That's a strong opener. Strong opener. But as you mentioned, ZeitFrost's next pick next. It's still early days here. And ZeitFrost, with his versatile skill set, has a lot to work with here. He's got a lot to work with. What's his most comfy map?
Well, there's the Nomad 4 that he protected, but he might pick away from it just like he did against Tim Kackner in the previous match. So the problem is picking into Bubbleman is... Picking into like other tournament players is one thing, but picking into another well-rounded tournament player in Bubbleman is just an entirely new thing, because it's like, regardless of what you pick, you know that your opponent is going to put a massive fight, and you can't take any combo, any accuracy advantage for granted, especially when you reach the highest levels of gameplay.
Yeah, for sure. I think when in this situation, the best thing to do is just pick your most comfortable map and
that's
just go.
what he did.
And that's what he's doing, going for that protected pick. DJ Mag. This has been a super popular map, man. It's been picked in nearly every single match. It's so well known. And I guess on Laser, with the the reduced note lock, the streams in this are less just RNG, just note lockable, but still very nasty. Those plus streams have claimed many a life in this tournament, but we have two very good control players in the lobby that should be able to do bits on this.
Those streams have definitely caught a lot of players off guard, but they have definitely also produced some hype moments, as we saw Ninarek going crazy on this map yesterday.
Oh my god, he did, yeah. Ninarek went mad on this one. Slightly slower opening, plenty of missable patterns here, but about 400 combo in is when the map really starts to ramp up. Early misses here, can sting a little bit.
Yeah, but... Oh no, ZeitFrost! Right is what to say, but Bubbleman holding on to the FC. ZeitFrost finds the first break in the match. There's still a lot of time on this map, but the map hasn't yet picked up, and Bubbleman's still just building on to combo. But right as I say that, he does find a miss of his own. Score lead about 5,000, but it's going to be pulled over to ZeitFrost in a little bit. But I'm building up to the first PI.
There we go.
Bubbleman hits the first back and forth. ZeitFrost does find a few misses, but Bubbleman does trade it immediately afterwards.
It's pretty even. There's still not much in this, really. Still very even. That 10k lead is precarious. Harder patterns are to come, but it is starting to turn up the heat now. Both players getting quite a few misses here early on.
There's just constant trades back and forth, but ZeitFrost, the score is virtually tied now as he has built a little bit of an accuracy advantage and combo advantage as well, as Bubbleman does find that break. Now score shifts over to the blue side in favor of ZeitFrost. Another break comes in for Bubbleman as we hit the square burst. That's the first one down. Down goes ZeitFrost, down goes Bubbleman, that's a trade. But it's ZeitFrost continuing to not struggle a little bit on those first, but Bubbleman also does drop his combos right afterwards.
That's about even. I don't think ZeitFrost will be too fussed about that. Like 3k with lead, that's nothing. This is dead even getting out of those first pluses. Plenty more to go though, but very close so far. bit of act for Bubbleman doing a lot of work.
The accuracy is the only difference between these two players. The combos are even. But ZeitFrost does try to drop his Bubbleman trades immediately after. This map has been like tied virtually this entire time. No player has gotten a clear, distinct advantage except for Bubbleman. The accuracy alone is the only thing giving him this lead right now.
The combo here could be useful though, getting into a bit more aim, a bit less on that stream control side. Might suit Bubbleman to build up some lead in this map finally.
Yeah, nothing is free on this map, but
no.
But this is probably one of the slower parts that Bubbleman can use to build his combo. ZeitFrost does find a miss on this part as well, but and there goes another one, but Bubbleman still holding on. He's hitting these sliders. Combo across the 400 mark as he holds strong. A break point this early in the match would also be used on ZeitFrost Protect, nonetheless.
Yeah, it's a bit of a power move at the moment. That bit of combo through that hard section, banking it on those jumps. Pick up the pluses again, though.
Oh, he finds a miss on the first set of bursts, but ZeitFrost also not able to build up his combo to contest the score lead that Bubbleman has right now.
No, I mean, coming through that would have been pretty crazy, but the Bubbleman breaking them ain't going to get too far ahead. That 50k of lead now getting into the final quarters, looking pretty good here for the Brit.
Yeah, still a little bit of map left as we're approaching the final quarter, but you would think that ZeitFrost would need a few more misses from Bubbleman if he has a chance. It's certainly not over yet, but...
No, the way this has been going, there's a few more breaks on both sides yet, I think.
Yeah, but like most players, able to build up the combo a little bit. Oh no, what was that, ZeitFrost? But Bubbleman trades it immediately afterwards. But that trade actually does help Bubbleman before the dip spike here. Both players hit those back and forths. Again, the back and forth, but ZeitFrost does catch a miss on that, and I think that might be the end of his run on this map.
That might be all she wrote on this one, I think. So close the whole way, a bit of combo through that middle section. That's all that split these two, though. A solid run for both of them again, but just that little bit here for Bubbleman, I think, is going to take him through on this one. But what a steal on ZeitFrost to Protect. That's a big point in this match.
Yeah, Protect pick go off the board now, stealing the break point. It's just the, like you mentioned, it's just a little bit of combo, a little bit of accuracy. It's just those like 5 or 6 second moments that decided this map in favor of Bubbleman. But now, we could have easily been 1-1, but now it's 2-0 Bubbleman, and ZeitFrost Protect is gone.
Yeah, the perfect start here for Bubbleman. The perfect start, taking that break point off of ZeitFrost Protect is putting him in the best possible position early on. Still early days, still got to take 3 maps, of course. But Bubbleman with the next pick. That aim worked pretty well. Could go into it again. There's still plenty of that open. There is also plenty of control open if he wants to switch things up a little bit. Let's see what he wants to do.
Taking an early lead on any map will just give you so many options to take that advantage even further. Bubbleman, with how versatile his skill set, he can pretty much go like anywhere he's feeling comfortable with, and it wouldn't be a bad pick at all by any means.
I mean, with that Protect on that Labo 1, it tells me that at some point you might be seeing that Susumu, but in terms of old control, there's still Asho Sexy open as well if you want to go down the old route. If you want to go into speed, the DT pool is wide open. Both of those tapping heavy maps are open, but I think that's fairly contested between these two. True Blue, how warm are they feeling on that Uber stamina? I mean, we'll soon see. I think if anyone picks that, it might be Bubble. But plenty of different skill sets to work with if he wants to change things up.
What's this wish? Well, ZeitFrost is asking for someone else to take his place and play Hidden 2 for him.
He's already played it once. That's all he needs to do.
But Bubbleman opting for the Hard Rock 2. Or, wait, did I mention? No, it is Hard Rock 2.
It is Hard Rock 2. It was 1 letter off. It was 1 letter off. It is Hard Rock 2. He's going in for that Lorelei. Absolute banger, by the way. Love this tune. This map's not very friendly, though. There's some hard precision mapping here.
Absolutely not. Just holding any combo on this will prove to be vital. So many places, so many tough patterns for these players to break on, but players have definitely shown that they can find their footing a little bit and set nice scores on this.
We have seen some pretty good scores on this, to be fair. Because I mean, not only is this precision, but it's got quite a lot of control, quite a lot of aim, and quite a lot of like cut stream control and high SV slider aim stuff. So it's got a lot of sort of side elements as well as that uber precision on pretty high star rated. And again, we've got two very strong control-focused players here. Curious to see, because I think both these players could do some crazy bits on this.
Yeah, both of these players are really good on maps like these.
Yeah.
But Bubbleman showing the confidence taking this pick. He knows that ZeitFrost is strong in this, but he is strong. But Bubbleman himself is strong in this as well.
The sliders in this strike fear into the hearts of men, man. They have like these cut stream, like burst cut stream patterns. It's your massive high SVs. Sometimes they like switch back on themselves. Sometimes they follow a linear pattern. And it's almost impossible to see unless you've like put the practice into the map and like learnt it. They're so easy to break on.
This is a sight reader's worst nightmare right here.
This is a horrible sight read map. I'm sure we're not seeing sight reads here, but it's horrible unless you know what you're doing on these patterns coming up.
For a bit of a slow start to build up these players' combos, but once we get to the more difficult parts of the map, it's going to get us straight away.
Doesn't take long to build up this. 3 minutes, not too long, not too short, just long enough. He needs to be consistent on this style.
But Bubbleman does this on the slider jumps.
Yeah, early break from Bubble side. First slider there. ZeitFrost gets through it. Finds a break in the bursts though right after.
Score lead was in ZeitFrost's favor temporarily, but it's now swinging back and forth as in the early stages of this map. ZeitFrost now with a combo advantage, but Bubbleman sitting at 3% accuracy advantage. ZeitFrost does find that miss afterwards, as now Bubbleman can hold the score lead more in his favor. Still virtually dead even. ZeitFrost finds another miss, but now Bubbleman's opportunity to just run, but he does trade it soon afterwards. Both players at full combo reset.
Couple percent of accuracy. Pretty much the only difference between these two. ZeitFrost with a bit of combo. Both players hit that slider. No breaks there.
ZeitFrost now, as Bubbleman finds that break, ZeitFrost now has the opportunity to bring this back in his favor a little bit. The accuracy disadvantage he's facing is putting him at a deficit right now, but this combo might be able to carry forward, but no, right as I say that, just unfortunate. And he got a little peek at the scoreboard as well, as you can see Bubbleman is free to build up his combo at the slower section.
It's all accuracy. 96.4 to 92.9. That is all accuracy right now. Bubbleman's accuracy has been so strong both the matches he's played so far, and it's giving him that edge on a lot of these maps, but especially on this one right now.
Yeah, that 3% that they show is significant, but Bubbleman does find a miss on the burst a little bit, but ZeitFrost does trade it immediately after. Trades are good for Bubbleman right now with how much of a lead he's built up.
Yeah, constantly trading these combos, man, but that's only going to benefit Bubbleman. Here comes the final drop now. ZeitFrost needs something here.
He might need a few misses from Bubbleman, few chain misses rather, and he just needs to hold on to his combo to have any semblance of a chance. Sitting at a hole of 70,000, shrinking now after that Bubbleman drop, but could there possibly be enough time on this?
I think it's cutting it close, mate. It's cutting it close.
But that miss on that slider might do him in.
Nah, yeah, with that break there, I think that seals the deal. He gets the break on that slider. That's the only slider either of them broke. How do people hit that stuff, man?
Well, Bubbleman did hit the hourglass this time.
Yeah.
But now, just closing out the finishing touches of this map 3. Bubbleman looking as strong as ever. Back at his peak form. Near 600K on Hard Rock 2 as he takes a commanding 3-0 lead in this quarterfinal.
So far, so good here for the second seed. He's won both his picks. He's stolen a pick back. ZeitFrost next pick now. And he's got to pull out something strong. He's already used his Protect at this point. It didn't work. The control maps have come out. They haven't worked so far. But with his versatility and with his ability, he still has a lot of good picks on the board. So he's still got a lot to work with. If he's got something on the board, he's feeling quite nice on.
Yeah, priority number 1 for ZeitFrost is just put a point on the board. Bubbleman still has a protected hidden 2. You don't want to go down 4-0 with having that potentially clinch at match point. What is going on here?
playing some My Love mentions.
My love mentioned indeed.
I want to be your man.
Your lover and your friend.
Hell yeah. So, what's ZeitFrost thinking then? I mean, I think those old, like, AR8 stuff, Labo 1, Astro Sexy, I feel like that's strong Bubbleman territory, the way this match has gone so far. He's going to go true blue. Here comes the stamina. That is some tapping mapping right there.
A lot of tapping. The two, like, the Pretender True Blue is just every speed player's dream. They would absolutely feast on these two maps right here. And ZeitFrost, with his remaining options, opting to go into the stamina DT pick. Just looking to get just somewhere. Just looking to stop the bleeding right now, stop the momentum, give himself a little more life, give himself more of a breathing chance.
I think it's an interesting choice to go into the pure stamina here. Bubbleman's tapping is in a pretty good spot right now, but ZeitFrost again, this is a sort of pick that really Bubbleman hasn't played yet on stage, and sure, a lot of like LAN play adjustment is due to your aim, right? The aim can be the hardest thing to adjust to on LAN, but as well, tapping can be as well, you know, depending on like how your ergonomics are with your hands. Sometimes you can tap well if your hand's raised or lowered down, and things like that can be an issue, and that's not been massively tested here yet.
Yeah, there's a lot of variables that go into adjusting to a new setup. Like,
yeah,
sometimes it's not even something you can pinpoint, it's just something you can feel, which is...
Yeah, exactly. Like sometimes like it's hard to pinpoint, you have no idea what it is, and sometimes you just, in like a situation like this, you might just be stuck with it. You start a map, and you realize, oh, your tapping doesn't feel right, you know, it's not quite as loose as it should be, and there's not much you can do really once the map started. You got to just figure something out. We'll see if that crops up here. Sometimes very good speed players can be just not quite comfy when it comes to a whole new setup.
Yeah, back at home, like, or even at a setup, if you're not in the tournament, you can just retry the map, adjust your setup, fix everything, make sure everything's fine. But once the map starts in a tournament, you can't go back.
Nope. No.
You're just in. You have to keep going, whether you want to or not.
Yeah. Outside of obviously having like a catastrophic like technical issue and the bot comes in, but you know, it is what it is.
Which hopefully we won't have to run into on this.
No. Let's get the tech staff after yesterday when they're warmed up, they're ready to go. Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Touch wood. There is no wood to touch, but
this is not. We're not trying a jinx.
All right. Who's been grinding them long stream practice maps, man? Who's been mashing on them wootings?
Right, here it is. Bubbleman, early accuracy mishaps starting out, but still early on. Combos are even, it's just the accuracy giving ZeitFrost the advantage right now. But that minor accuracy drop will make things a little more even, but that drop will allow Bubbleman to take the lead any time now, as the score bar will shift over to the red side. Holding on to the FC still, sitting at just a calm 89%, but there's find that miss right afterwards, as I say that.
Yeah, the accuracies are pretty much equalized now with that strong start from ZeitFrost, but dropping a few hundreds here and there with bang on even. That combo doing a bit of work here for ZeitFrost though. He can work with it.
That combo is definitely going to help him hold himself back in front as we're approaching the halfway mark of this map, True Blue. You might but that drop those might prove to be dangerous as Bubbleman is hitting these streams. Accuracy drops him, he's still holding on, but afterwards drops. But ZeitFrost does trade immediately after. Few misses across both sides. Accuracy drops all over the place.
Yeah, both players are really trying to hold on these like 246 ppm streams, I think. And the spacing at the end of this is really hard as well. The spacing goes kind of crazy. That bit of accuracy again in the favor of Bubbleman. Just about though.
These streams just don't stop at all. They don't give you any time to rest.
Oh, that's, yeah, big drops down both sides, but the Brit is just keeping his nose in front. Just that little bit more comfort on the streams is just about saving him here, it looks like.
Yeah, the map winds to a close. Scores are not pretty, but in a 1v1 tournament setting like this, all you have to do is just beat your opponent. It doesn't matter how.
Yeah, that's what Bubbleman's doing. And that's on the board. That's a 4-0 here for Bubbleman.
And with the 4-0 lead and his protected pick still remaining, you would think that he would go into the hidden two to just close things out right here.
I mean, this is the spot, right? He's got that tiebreaker secured. Million PP is secured if the craziest thing happens. But Bubbleman now, yeah, he's holding all the aces. He's in the best possible position.
If he wants to have fun, he can maybe pick the DT1 Pretender and maybe try to do something cool.
He could. It looks like, though, they're going to be going into...
But he's picking Easy Breezy instead.
Some Easy Breezy. The content coming out here. The C-Mob stream map of all time. After playing True Blue, after like those streams, you got to be warm for some 205. You're ready to go into some No Mod 2 at that point.
I think Bubbleman's just out here to clip for him now. With a 4-0 lead. Still got a lot of time at his disposal. Even if he drops one, it's fine. He's still got the protective pick to fall back on. He's still got 2 map picks as well after this.
Yeah, so if this doesn't work out, he's got insurance. It's a very, very contested pick, this, though. A proper toss-up pick between the two. So this one is definitely break-pointable. But he has time to go into these, and if Bubbleman needs to go into the stronger picks, they're sitting there waiting for him.
But Bubbleman, 1 map away from the semifinal. ZeitFrost, 1 map away from elimination. A breakpoint right now is the only thing that ZeitFrost can cling on to. Both players not holding on to great combos right now. ZeitFrost takes the early lead on this map. Discord sliders come in. Both players holding on to the combos they built up soon afterwards. Both players are hitting these perfectly fine. But ZeitFrost, Bubbleman holding on now, but that break from Bubbleman is going to favor ZeitFrost. ZeitFrost building up his combo to the past the 400 mark. Does miss afterwards, but I think that little bit of combo is going to give him a nice amount of breathing room for him to maybe finally get his first point on the board in this match.
He's got a nose in front. A bit of combo here for Bubbleman. He's going to close that gap down, though. The comfort level is looking very, very even, though, but it's that aim consistency on the streams that are going to decide this one, it seems. At the moment, though, nothing between the two.
Yeah, but this combo from ZeitFrost as both players hit these streams. Another drop from Bubbleman as ZeitFrost once again has a sizable combo is going to pull the score lead even more into his favor. As he's finally showing a bit of life in this match. Can never count him out. Especially players of these caliber, you can never count any of them out.
Nice combo for that section, though. The spacing increases again, though. Bubbleman has a bit of combo, but he's got 30k to make up here. He's going to hit a lot of this.
Yeah, that score lead has actually shrunk down into the thousands. But that miss right as he was about to take the lead for himself. But those misses from ZeitFrost push the score lead over to Bubbleman's side. We're going down to the wire here. 2,000 score separates the two of them as both players do trade misses for a little bit. Yeah, any breaks are catastrophic, but Bubbleman has the slight advantage for now as this map is over spin to win, but no, Bubbleman is going to complete the sweep.
That was a crazy last map, though. So close. Both players trading blows, but Bubbleman will nip it in the end. It is Bubbleman going through to the semi-finals. Another strong showing by the second seed here. Oh, man. You gotta love the sportsmanship. I love the sportsmanship.
Every single time a match ends, the players meet up, shake hands, take pictures. It always brings a smile to my face. It's these wholesome moments that at LAN tournaments that are just so special. You can't recreate. The energy is contagious. You can feel it through the stream. You can feel it in person. It's just such a good feeling.
It's what it's all about. That's what this whole event's about, man. It's cool seeing the competitiveness, but it's even better to see the camaraderie, for sure. ZeitFrost, one of the big German hopes. The quarterfinals is where his tournament ends, but what a showing here. What a showing here. Bubbleman, though, the tournament veteran himself, books his spot in the semi-finals. Top 4, guarantees himself a physical prize as well with that top 4. But how far could he go? I mean, we'll have to wait and see on that one.
Bubbleman, obviously a threat to take any tournament that he participates in. His semifinals matchup will find him going up against the winner of Kriller and Yari, which is, that match on its own is going to be incredible.
Yeah.
But that semifinals, regardless of who he faces, I'm going to be sure to watch that as those guys are just so good, man.
Yeah, I say, once you hit the semi-finals, it's just nothing but just banger after banger, man. Every player that qualified top 16 is just fantastic, and top 4, you've got to be a special player. But speaking of that Kriller versus Yari match, I believe that's the next one up. It is going to be another German derby between two very strong German players. That's the next match coming up. I need to double check what time that's happening off the top of my head, but that's the next one lined up.
I believe 4:30 maybe?
4:30. 4:30 local time. Either way, it's the next one we have on here.